But that little girl from the farm in France already was writing every day. And then it became like a back burner thing until I allowed myself to honor this desire within me. And the more I was becoming, an online uh, visibility expert and mentor and guide for women entrepreneur, I realized that the biggest fear for women entrepreneurs, including myself, was to be true uh, to themselves. And we talk a lot about, how social media is a very polished version of yourself. I'm kind of sick to hear those stories because you follow on social media the accounts you want to follow. Like in life, you pick your friends, you pick, the family members you want to stay in touch with. You choose you are the master at your life. And so one of the things that I want to share with you, and I hope it encourages you, is to reintroduce a light on vulnerability and storytelling in your marketing. Why do we do that? I think for me, I discovered how much, vulnerability is one way to connect with your audience. And I want to give you an example. Last week, I was at an event, a corporate event uh, at my job. And then one of the senior executive on the stage, she had the senior executive type of speech. But then she did a little parenthesis around her childhood and where she was coming from and the oppression she lived through. And then everybody started to listen. And everybody after the conference was talking about it in the corridor. As soon as you start talking about your story, people listen because they can recognize themselves in your story, which activates some emotional states that gonna make them feel empowered. So this is why I started to write some of my vulnerable stories, and know something. As soon as you're gonna open up the dam or the dikes to your vulnerability, people are gonna take action. I'm just going to give you some examples of, it's one thing to be visible online, creating content, posting posts. That's a big time important. But what I've found is that it's limited. And I needed a space to write more about my story so that I can talk to you of how it can help you. To the point that some people DM me and they want to work with me. Because they read the book or they read the chapter. I'm writing a book right now, but what I'm going to talk to you about today is a chapter, which was the most difficult part of writing I've ever done. And believe me or not, but in France, I did my post-secondary education in a literary field where we would spend 8 hours a day enclosed in a room writing. And I thought it was hard, but this chapter was even harder. So I'm going to read. I said I would be online with you 15 minutes. I'm going to stick to it. It's been 4 minutes right now. But I want to tell you this. Vulnerability really connects you, especially in a world where everybody believes that everything online is fake. Okay? Or polished and not true, right? So when you share your vulnerability online and you become visible, you're inviting your audience into your world, basically. And nobody else has your story. So you cannot really keep saying the story that there is so much noise online because your story belongs to you. And how much you share of it it's your responsibility. You decide, right? So the part that I'm sharing here today is a very sensitive part of my life, which is the story of my addiction. Almost 25 years of addiction, which at the time I didn't know was an addiction. And then some of you are going to say, oh my God, this is me, right? And what I'm telling you here is that by reading the story to you, a piece of the story, I put the link. No, I didn't put the link. If you want the link, you DM me. You DM me Hungry, because that's the name of the chapter. Hungry for More, a slice of my life. What I'm telling you here is I see you, I hear you. Sometimes you hear that all the time and it sounds like a thing to say. But believe me, a lot of, women who approach me, they have some kind of addiction. And by the way, we all have one addiction called emotional addictions. That's one that I discovered in the last 4 years. That's another type of addictions. But the one I'm talking to you about today is not this one. Okay? You'll discover what it is. Sorry. The other thing that storytelling and vulnerability do is that it simplify the way you speak about the transformation you allow to your clients to have, for your clients to have. So when you add storytelling and some of your stories, it really helps them understand and break down the barriers of sometimes some of our messages are complex because we are the expert at what we do. And then people who are discovering us online sometimes find us a little hard to understand. So the story is going to help you break down that barrier and make it simple, more simple to understand. It's like a story is really your power. Your story is your power. And the last thing I want to tell you is that vulnerability and storytelling really ignite action. People are going to be listening to you and your story. They're going to take action they've never done before. And I saw it myself from my own eyes. As soon as you start sharing more of your story, you're going to get more engagement, you're going to get more DMs, and you're going to get more clients. That's as simple as this. So, my job here is that we have 7 minutes to read the book. If you want the link to read more, make sure you send me a DM that says magic, and I'll give you the link that you can buy on Amazon. It's called Behind the Power. The main author is Alison Roberts, who is my coach as well. And then we have a bunch of my colleagues here who each of us wrote a chapter. So mine is page 95. So I don't know how I'm going to react reading it out loud. I've never done that. I'm going to ask you for some space. And I don't know. I may cry, I may scream, I may shut down the thing. I don't know. Let's go. Hungry for more, a slice of my life. And then there is a little line here that I'm going to read, then I'm going to start the chapter. The quote says, "You can have it all, and how you can do it is none of your business," meaning you have to trust yourself above all else. The story. Everybody's upstairs now. My husband was writing his next book in the attic, and our little boy was in bed finishing up his night reading. It was time to go back downstairs. My demons and I were about to meet again. As usual, I went back into the kitchen and cleaned it up. The cool part today is that we have a lot of dinner leftovers for lunch. Pastas, chicken stew. Oh, there is a brie here still on the counter too. I love when there is enough food left, from dinner food to pack lunches, right? But bitch, I see you. Pot of noodles. I see you looking at me. It's been weeks since I've been binging on food. Guilt is lighter, the pants are less tight, and I sleep so much better. But tonight, you, pot of noodle, you keep looking at me. Maybe noodles are not the best choice. What could I eat that is healthier? Oh, almond butter? Sure. If I take 1 spoon out of the container, this might suffice to ease that thing in me who wants to eat more tonight. Let's open the fridge. Hopefully, there is still some almond butter in there. Oh, yes, there are 2 plastic containers from Costco. One of them is almost empty. I remember the last time I killed my stomach with the first container. So maybe today I could finish it. There is not much left anyway. I grab a spoon from the drawer. It's dark outside. I can't wait to go to bed and read my book, How to Heal Your Belly by Healing Your Brain. That's a book. Reading soothes me after a binging attack. Me, talking to myself. Look at you. Here we go again. That spoon of almond butter is so delicious. Grabbing another small one, then another small one, then another small one. Then the container is empty. What if I open the other jar and grab the smooth cream on the top, pretending to mix the liquid fat into the nut paste? A massive swirl of almond butter is now stuck around the spoon. Open your mouth. Almost choke. My brain tried to warn me with words that stung. Like, you know that if you keep doing this, girl, you're gonna be so sad, Angie. You know how it stretches your stomach to do that. You know that you can't throw up. You keep it all in. Why is it that I always go back to binging, even after a few days of doing so well? I guess I don't have any of the willpower that fierce women have. It feels like there is literally someone tugging on me, even though I don't want to go. What's wrong with me? I have every freaking thing a woman would love to have, and I keep ruining it like that, like a rich girl with no problem who needs to create problems. Shame, shame, shame. But then my heart spoke to me. Angie, you're gonna get out of this, okay? I know this. I know this is going to sound crazy, but hear me out. I got a call from your her. I got a call from her. Me, you, Angie, our higher self. And she told me that she has everything under control. You know that thing that you eat every day, that thing that is becoming the monster of your life? The situation that leaves you with a pit of food in your stretched stomach and creeps you into your thoughts every hour? Yeah, that one. It's going well. It's going the way it's supposed to. She wants you to listen to her. She is trying to connect with you. Can you hear her? She said you can sit here and continue to eat your fridge, pans, and cupboards day in and day out, or you can take a deep breath. Keep working towards your dream and trust that she has your back. She wanted me to tell you this, that this will work out. Can you hear me, Angie? So tell me, will you trust the process and let the best version of yourself take care of yourself? I'm counting on you. The alarm rings. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to go to the gym. It's spin class today. I feel that it will be great and then suddenly I remember what happened last night. What is the point? What is the point of going to the gym every morning so early and canceling all the effects of it, working out a few hours later in the day? This is discouraging, but I'm tough. I'm still gonna go. Once in my car, I feel powerful and I know I can do this. I know I can be strong physically, emotionally, and mentally. I am determined. I will keep going to the gym until this disorder is still around or I'm going to become an elephant. Plus, I feel better when I exercise. Here we go, 6 a.m. And I am here with other people ready for the spinning class. My heart made itself known again. Remember, Angie, why are you on this stationary bike? Are you punishing yourself? Or are you here for your energy? And because the woman you want to become loves her gym time? I know you are proud to say you are a gym rat, but are you there for you or against you? Please love yourself. Your body needs you. Go sweat now, girl. So that's it for today. I will start again, probably next week. If you have any question, if you want the link to have the full chapter, and there is also a resource at the end of the chapter that I give you, send me a DM with magic and I'll know which link to send you. Thank you for listening. Thank you.